So I'm Jeremy Longino. I'm the Chief Revenue Officer at TruSignal. For those of you that don't know us, and we think about ourselves as being an audience provider. We're kind of a combination of a data provider and the data scientist that Yvette was talking about. And we work with marketers directly to help them build custom audiences to leverage their customer insights with predictive analytics and offline consumer profile data to find high-value new customers. So, in the acquisition phase. And what I'd like to cover today is three things. One is just give you a little bit of help navigating the data ecosystem, because I hear a lot of people complain that there's so much out there and what do I do with it. Number two, have you understand a basic understanding of what TruSignal is about, and then take you through a couple of case studies. So we always like to think about what kind of data is there out there, and it's really about using the right data for what you're trying to achieve from a campaign objective. So I think there's been great work done in the online ecosystem about conversion or acquisition campaigns. This is about finding people that are raising their hand saying, I want your product or your product category, and seeing signal for that in what they're doing online. So we call that what data. That's search, right? They're proactively searching keywords and saying, I want this product. It's behavioral data. It's modeling on behavioral data, so like act-alikes, I've heard them called, or retargeting, right? Somebody comes to your site and they're expressing an interest in your product. You want to hit them again and work on converting them. It's about converting the existing demand in the market. The problem with this, and you all ought to be doing this, but there's two things. One is it doesn't get you the people that would be a good fit for your product or would be high-value customers, but you're not seeing the signal for them being in market right now. And it also doesn't get you to high-quality consumers. And that's what sort of the upper two-thirds of the funnel are. The way we think about it is prospecting that's stimulating new demand and branding that's stimulating future demand. People that would be a good fit, you want to do business with them, they're going to be profitable, and you want to convert them not right now, but maybe next week, maybe in 3 months. And this is about who people are. It's their detailed profile that makes them a good fit for your business. And that's where TruSignal plays. So what do I mean by high quality in this context? Is a propensity for actual business outcomes, right? So these are the transactions that make your money business, the transaction that drive profitability for your business. So here are a few examples. Somebody that's actually going to write an insurance policy has a high likelihood of doing that because of their life stage or who they are. Somebody that's going to install a solar panel because they own a home and their financial profile is right and their utility bills are right, et cetera. And what it's not, and not that you shouldn't be doing these things in your bottom funnel campaigns, but it's not driving clicks. It's not driving leads at the lowest cost. It's about driving those back-end conversions. So what TruSignal is, like I said, we build custom audiences for clients. We're actually a massive data aggregator. So we bring all manner of consumer profile data, offline data. So this is highly accurate, verified data. It's things like demographics, purchase history, detailed financial data, and a lot of this stuff has never been onboarded in the cookie space, so you can't even have access to mix and match segments. And then we use predictive analytics to figure out which are the factors that you really want, not just a few demographic segments that you piece together that are predictive of who you want to do business with. So let me tell you an idea of how this works. So this is a branding campaign. So this was a client in the financial services space. Their insurance client, and they wanted to reach consumers who would either write high-value policies or write multiple policies with them. So we built a custom audience based off existing CRM data of policyholders, and you can see, it's very detailed, right? 103 attributes went into this profile, and then we basically go out and score about 150 million online uniques on how good a fit they are with this profile. And the goal here from a branding perspective is you want to be able to reach these consumers in a variety of different channels, right? I think Jeffrey was talking about blended. Well, blended from a one-to-one marketing perspective, they're doing premium publishers. They did RTB exchange inventory. They did a portal. They did video because they wanted to drive the message that way. And it's all about efficiency. It's about the audience, right? I want to not just go wide, broad reach and just hope that I reach everybody I want. I want to precisely target them, and then I have flexibility to do creative optimization, get the right frequency profile for them, and be much more efficient with my spend and get the same results. The other example is on the prospecting side. So this is about reaching consumers that would be a good fit. This is an education client. So they want enrollments. The way they drive the success of their business is people that are actually going to sign up for a bachelor's program and pay them for it. So we built a audience on existing enrollment, student enrollments, and they went out and targeted an RTB exchange campaign. And the key thing was they looked at it on a view-through basis because this is a considered purchase, right? You want somebody to be influenced by the campaign. They're going to do some research. They're going to do some searches. They're going to come to your site. And we know people aren't necessarily going to click on that display ad, but they're going to be influenced by it and convert at a later date. What we saw was of people that were influenced by that campaign, they had a 32% higher enrollment rate. So we were reaching people that had a high propensity to enroll in their program. And most of them, you can see by the chart, only 10% of them were a click on the ad. They came through other channels. But the key thing was we influenced them, and you might say, well, wouldn't you reach them anyways? And the answer is no. So 74% of the leads that came through and then had a higher conversion rate were incremental to what they were doing in search because they just weren't able to identify in-market signal for these guys. So this drove real value growth for their business, and they saw increases in search volume. They saw increases in site traffic because they were driving these people down the funnel by reaching them proactively. So that's what TruSignal can help you drive for your business is actual revenue and profitability business growth through digital marketing. If you want to learn more, we've got a table out in the lobby there during breaks. A couple of my colleagues, Greg Nicholson and Glenn Douglas, are here. And you also have on your table a detailed overview of what our product is about. And my contact information is here.
So Jeremy, we actually have a question for you. How much money can a TruSignal client on average save due to better targeting? Or, more importantly, how much more revenue can they drive via your targeting capabilities?
So there's sort of two parts to that question. I mean, if it's from a branding perspective, we've seen the ability to save as much as 80% of your spend and still reach the clients you want. So, you'd save 80% of your spend and still have the same results. From a prospecting perspective, it really depends on the client. So, the education example, you saw a 32% increase in enrollment rates for basically the same spend. We have another client in the insurance space that's seeing somewhere between 4 and 5 times the number of policy binds as they are through any other digital channel. So, significant revenue increase for them. And those are consumers are likely to be long-term customers or high lifetime value customers.
Great, thank you.
Great, thank you.